Hello, my name is Olga. I did my fieldwork at the Athletic Therapy Clinic at the University of Regina, dealing with Cougar and Ram athletes. My time at the clinic made me realize how busy athletic therapists are during the season. That's why I decided to create my injury manual. The manual is going to help student trainers look up the injuries on the field and during practices before they have to actually call an athletic therapist. I truly believe that this will take a load off the athletic therapists and they would be able to deal with more severe injuries while student trainers can deal with less severe injuries by themselves. So here's the manual, guys. It shows you all the basic injuries for the athletes. You can see that it's outlined by the sport, and in the appendix it has detailed explanations of each injury. So if you click, for example, we need to look up the foot injury, we will do control and click, and it sends us to the appendix and shows all the injuries that might happen with the foot. However, if we know that we have a soccer player with calcaneal stress, we would do that same thing. We would do control click, and it also sends us to the appropriate section for that injury.
Olga's assignment will help our student trainers gain a better understanding of the common injuries that occur here at the U of R. It will be beneficial when they're working with a sport that they aren't familiar with or dealing with an injury they haven't seen before.
Okay, so Olga created a very useful manual. I think it'll be useful for our student trainers especially, just because they don't have as much experience, they're still learning. So when they're at practices or they're away on the road and we're not present, it'll be very useful for them to open up that manual, search their sport, search the injury, search the mechanism, and be able to figure out, or at least have a little bit of an idea what the injury might be and what they may want to do for treatment of that injury. The manual is very easy to use. Like I said, the student trainer can look it up by sport. They can look at the mechanism of injury and go from there to decide what the injury might be. It's also very easy to understand. So someone with very little experience or little knowledge of anatomy, physiology, athletic injuries can still use the manual and be successful with it.
As a student trainer, I think this manual will be very helpful on the football field. If someone's injured, we can look up the injury by joint and get a better idea how to deal with the injury right away instead of waiting for an athletic therapist.